Hey leaders, thank you for teaching this Tuesday night. Just as a reminder, Nikki and I will be gone. We'll be in Florida with Corey and Jen at the Children's Pastors Conference. So please be praying for us. The conference meets on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So this should be pretty cool. We are starting a new unit, as you know, and we are talking about the I ams of statements of Jesus. And the purpose of this one is talking about what Jesus taught and who he was, who he expressed that he was for the sake of salvation, people understanding him. Our theme verse is the John 20, verse 31, which is John's express purpose of writing the book. But these are written so that you may believe Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God. If you believe this, you will have life because you belong to him. So we have an opening activity. The fifth graders with Matt are going to run large group. We have an opening activity. I will try to send you the link for this just so you can watch it. It's a good mythical morning, hilarious little thing. You guys can run it however Matt runs it. Your prep, Nikki already has some things I think pulled out, or at least ready to be pulled out of the fridge for it. We have happy little visors cut. Your participants will just hold it to their faces like this, because the whole purpose is you can smell or you can taste, but you can't do both, and you can't see. Yeah, they'll have to wear blindfolds too. So it's just a silly food game. You'll need, we cut 6 of us. She's got 6 items. There's several plates. We tried to fix it so that you could tie them to their face. Where it doesn't work, so just have them hold it. So that's that. I'll send you the link. It is in large group, so when you pick people, just make sure they're willing to both taste and or smell food items. So teaching. You're going to start with the feeding of the 5,000, which is a little bit further back from our main teaching passage at verse 25, because the flow is kind of, and we know, I've now learned, the Gospels are not necessarily in chronological order, but this looks like John very intentionally put these in the order that he did, and some of the language that he uses indicates that these happened in this order, which is the feeding of the 5,000, and then Jesus walking on water to get to the boat, which would have been the whole Peter thing. And then it's the next day, the crowds have been looking for him, and they were on the other side, and they can't find him, so they realize he's gone across. He gets in the boat, and they go across too. And they get there, and then it's our passage where we pick up. So you're going to want to recap that a little bit, because it's a big deal that he just fed all of these people, right? And it's going to link the I am the bread of life to that. The people get there, he's actually super frustrated because they're asking him, when did you get here? Why did you leave? All this kind of stuff. And he's like, basically, you guys don't even care. You don't care about me. You're not caring, most of you, about what you're learning or what you're hearing. You care about the tricks that I do. You care, am I going to feed you? You care, am I going to heal you? And if you look at this in the chronology of the passage, he's actually getting close to, this isn't early in his ministry, this is late in his ministry. And I don't know, it's probably because I'm tired today. It sounds like he's getting tired or somewhat frustrated with the people, that they're just wanting more and more and more, and they're not learning, they're not believing. A lot of them are not. And so he goes on, they have this whole back and forth conversation that you'll walk through, and they're like, Moses gave us manna, and he goes, Moses didn't give you manna. Your heavenly Father gave you manna, and your heavenly Father is giving you the Son of Man in it. And then he finally links for them, I am the bread of life. I am. And he's screaming in there, not screaming, I'm sorry, he didn't scream. I am the Messiah. That's who, open your eyes. This is who I am. And so they go back and forth through all of this. And then, and so you can stop there with this revelation that he is the bread of life. And why does bread matter? you can't live without food, all of this kind of stuff. Try to bring in that theme for this year of live your life, and perhaps what did you learn about Jesus's character? What did he choose to show, not show? Did he still teach the people? Did he still love the people? Did he still do the things for the people? Like all of these things. And then what do we in our lives, how do we apply that? Older groups, if you have time and they didn't get kind of bogged down in that, you can continue in 41 through 59 and then all the way to the end at 60 through the end. And it gets kind of somewhat contentious, a little more abstract, and it's you can read it, okay? But it's definitely they're having a hard time with his teachings, and he's breaking it down for him. And so then finally in that verse 60 through 66, just to know when it says, if you get this far, from this time on in 66, many of his disciples turned back. They no longer followed him. It's not talking about the 12. Everyone who was with him, it's about 120 who followed him a lot of places. Men, women, probably families. There were about 120 who stayed with him a lot. His 12 were his closest. And so it's talking about, of those who followed him a lot of places, they're like, this is getting sketch. I don't understand this. And they stepped back. Your application activities, one is a lifesaver necklace. You can give them just the lifesaver. You can give them, make a necklace out of it, whatever you want to do. Just for that whole reminder, he's the lifesaver. He's the bread of life. The other one is the bread dough relay. You're going to have a few ingredients. Each person will take some down bucket to bucket. Somebody's going to have to mix it up by hand, by spoon, whatever you decide, is what that is. It's just a messy bread game. So that is that. I appreciate you teaching. I appreciate you leading while I'm gone. And it should be a really good unit. Our focus this unit is on reminding them who Jesus is and why we can trust him, why our salvation comes through him, why he is God's rescue plan. So thank you for leading.